right, this is the industry standard. My name is Brandon Sharp. Today we're going to demo the business plan abstract outline from the Restaurant Launchpad. So open this up in Microsoft Word. If you have Mac, if you have Google Docs, the functionality will be the same. This is what you'll see. Go up to Viewing, go over to Enable Editing, click on Enable Editing, go back to Viewing, click Allow Editing, go over to File, hit the drop down, Save As, Business Abstract Outline, highlight that, right arrow to the end of it, hit the space bar, and type in the name of your restaurant. So we are going to create a restaurant called Burger Hero. So click Save. I would recommend adding this to your downloads. So here's the file name, saved as a Word document. It's going to save in your downloads. Click Save. There you go. So now we are working on the business plan abstract outline for Burger Hero. We know that it's saved before we're starting. So this was a photo from a concept that we worked on called Bert's Fish Camp. This guy's name isn't Bert, but he looks like a Bert, and this was a fish camp on the North Carolina coast. So you are not going to use this image unless you are recreating Bert's Fish Camp. So you can right-click on this image, change the picture. You can pick something that is already saved on your laptop or desktop, or today we're just going to look at stock images. And since we are opening a burger restaurant, let's type in burger. All right. There we go. Shake Shack, In-N-Out, God's Roadside, any of those. Anyway, looks great. Okay, so here you go. You're going to type in the name of your restaurant right here. And if you want to use the name Burger Hero, that's fine with me. Type in the day's date, okay, the day that you are preparing this or the day that you're going to send it to the investor. And that's whose name you're going to put right here. Maybe it's for an investor, maybe it's for a landlord, maybe it's for a lender, maybe it's for a contractor. But let's say it's going to be for a bank. Let's say you are seeking a loan from First Citizens Bank. That's who you're going to type in right here. Here is your name, the name of your LLC, and either your if you have a home office, just put your home address. If you have a business address, put that in there. All right, so now the overview. This should be a one-sentence explanation of your restaurant. In very brief form, if you had to describe in one sentence what Burger Hero is, what's it going to be? And we will say it is a downtown scratch burger restaurant, fast casual, beer and wine only, geared towards students, lower price point. So we will take all that, we will take that information and condense it into one nice sentence. And it can be a long sentence, but there shouldn't be a lot of added words in there. So let's just say and start with the name of the of your project. Burger Hero will be a fast casual beer and wine only scratch fresh made burger restaurant geared toward students, let's say college students in downtown your town. Okay. All right. So simple. You're going to expand a lot. So don't kill yourself writing this one. Okay. This doesn't need to be you spilling your guts on the page or opening your heart. This needs to be the one sentence thing, just the snapshot, just the headline. Okay. So then here in the vision, you're going to expand on that a little bit. Give a couple of different attributes. Talk about it's on a corner with great foot traffic. It's got 12 taps. We're only using beef from this one local source. My best friend who makes the world's best brioche is going to bake the bun. So those sorts of things, and then finish that. And it should talk about the market niche a little bit. And if you're in a market niche that is already occupied, then you need to express right here in this vision what problem it is going to solve for your guests. And maybe if it's for college students, for instance, maybe they're particularly environmentally conscious. And you can put something in there about how you're using local sustainable beef and you're competing against chains who are clearing the Amazon rainforest to raise their cattle. So some differentiator in there as well. And then end it with a timeline that gives an ideal but a realistic opening date. So there is some, so that your proposal is not too open ended. All right, background. I can't overemphasize the importance of this part. So, the background, this is your chance to tell a good story. Your investors or lenders or landlord, they probably have a lot more money than you. They probably know finance pretty well. They are probably aware that restaurants are generally not a good investment. So your chance to convince them to invest in your restaurant has to be made right here in the background section with the quality of the story that you tell. You don't have to be a great writer, but you have to write from the heart. You have to maybe you're a gifted speaker. Maybe you can connect with these people, maybe you already have over the phone or in person and explain to them why this is such a great concept and it has led to them asking to see this proposal. You can say that, you can give that same speech again, just put it here in written form, and that will be fine. But you will not convince them, if you haven't convinced them here, you will not convince them with the numbers at the end. Because if your numbers are realistic, they are not going to have some super outsized asymmetric risk and return. Like that is just not going to happen. Because you are opening a restaurant. You are not opening a hedge fund or wealth management or anything like that. So tell a good story here. Humans are emotional beings, even though we think we are rational beings, and they are going to write checks to you with their heart and not their head because this is a restaurant concept. You have to tell a good story here. Opportunities and goals. Okay, so this will list the specific market segments as well as the quantifiable goals that you hope to reach. So these are things that the guest can see from the outside. So capitalize on the lack of affordable options for restaurants downtown. This is all the opportunities that you have. Um, we're going to have 12 beer taps with all local beers. We're going to have all wines by the glass. Every wine's going to be available by the glass, and the most expensive glass of wine will be $11. Those sorts of things. So all the little, again, maybe these are even smaller, more detailed differentiators from the rest of the from the back. We're going to be open till 2 a.m. because that's when the bars in our town close at 1, and this is where people are going to come for late night eats to soak up all the cheap beer they've drank or something like that. Specifications. This is just straight ahead data. Include the hours of operation, the address, the square footage. Put some notes in here about the staffing levels that are needed. Who is going to, are you going to have one manager or two? Is there a chef? Is there a sous chef? Is there a kitchen manager? Just some basics about those sorts of things. Your the menus that will you be run: breakfast, brunch, bar, late night, dinner. Put some notes in there about the types of menu that you will be running and when, the level of alcohol service. And believe it or not, your investors are probably going to be interested in the parking situation. So put something in there about, yes, there's street parking. Yes, there are two public garages on the same block, those sorts of things. Strategies. Okay, so unlike the opportunities and goals section, the strategies section are the attributes of your business that you can see from the inside out. The guests can't see them. So, but they are meant, this area will demonstrate that you have experience, that you have expertise, and it will show how you are going to generate a competitive advantage for Burger Hero that will allow your investors to make money. So maybe you have limited refrigeration space, but you're still going to have 12 taps. And so you're going to use sixtels or half kegs instead of full kegs in the coolers that you have under the taps. Let's see. Maybe you're going to use the latest AI tech for your reservation system so you don't ever have to pay anybody to answer phones. Maybe you're going to have a valet service because the parking situation is so bad that it will get people coming to your restaurant even though there's no parking. So all these things. This is where you draw on your experience. This is where you draw on all the things that you've learned in your restaurant career, your hospitality career, to give you a competitive edge in the marketplace. And it's another reason for your investors to believe in you. Don't make anything up here. You need to be telling the truth. Business structure and key players. So if you have a corporate executive chef, if you have a VP, if you are part of a bigger entity, or part of a restaurant collection or hospitality group, those people need to be mentioned here. This will add weight and credence and expertise to your side of the equation. It will give your investors more comfort that you are surrounding yourself by experts. So just a couple sentences about each of them and a picture if you have it. Projections. Okay. So for the projections, so in a few minutes, we're going to cover the 5-year pro forma. You are going to take a screenshot of that pro forma, copy it, and paste it here. I'll show you how to do that. So underneath that screenshot, you're going to add a brief explanation of how much year over year growth you are projecting. That will be a percentage. That will be probably between hopefully it'll be between 5 and 10% from year 1 to year 2, and probably between 3 and 5% for a couple years after that, and then probably not much over 2 or 3% in the coming years. So you'll do the math to figure out when your investors can expect to be fully paid back for their investment in you, and you will note that as well. So I'll cover it later, but I'll just show you right now to take a screenshot. Above the numbers at the top of your keyboard, there is a set of function keys. To the right of the F12 key is the print screen key. So press the print press the print screen key once. Set the crosshairs at the top left corner of the thing that you want to capture. Highlight that. That will have taken the screenshot. Put the cursor where you want to paste it. You can either right click to paste, or you can simply hit Control V and your screenshot will show up. I will undo that. All right, now the coup de grace, the opportunity. This is where you are asking for money. Use this section to define the amount you are trying to raise, the minimum investment, also known as the investment floor for each investor, and the proposed timeline for raising these funds. For example, equity in Burger Hero, aka My Restaurant LLC, is available in increments of $25,000. My goal is to raise a total of $500,000 to fund this project. This round of funding will likely close no later than July 1st, 2050. Are you asking them for money? Yes, you are. But be brave, be bold, be direct, be simple, be clear, because you are offering them a chance to make money. You are offering them an investment opportunity. Now, you need to structure your returns process so that they are going to make money when you are making money. But keep that in mind. You are not begging them hat in hand for money here. You are telling them that you have spent this time and this energy making a case and telling a story of how you are going to make them money. With your expertise, with your sweat, you are a worthwhile investment. So keep that in mind when you are building this opportunity section and when you are talking to your investors. You are not begging, you are offering them an opportunity. All right, next we'll go over the operating budget, the pre-opening budget, and the pro forma.